Well, hello there.
Greetings.
There we go. My name is Jason Klein. I am the resident DM of the Dungeoneers of Depravity, and here we have two of my other players.
Greetings. This is Eric the Fantastic signing on.
Dannis.
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 As opposed to the Danny. Or so
Dannis,
the artist formerly known as Danny is Dannis? Is that what it is?
Yeah, but you can't write it out. Like, there's no way to write it. It's just like a symbol. So it's the artist formerly known as Danny or Dannis.
Dannis, yeah.
So TD, is that what it is?
Yep. Touchdown. Titty dimples.
I was wondering. I was like, I know he's going somewhere with this. I just gotta wait and see what happens now. So, we are not here to talk about titty dimples as much as the people may want that. No, we're here to do the recap.
Is that a thing?
Titty dimples?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would assume there's probably such a thing.
Because dimples kind of
Would they just be inverted nipples? Would you call those titty dimples? Anyway, now we are talking about
Oh my god.
Or like when you smile, they also like pucker in that area.
That would...
Or a muscle chick
terribly
when
wrong
they
with you.
flex.
Oh yeah, you could potentially get titty dimples if you were just like a super jacked chick.
Totally.
And you just flex the pecs.
Yeah, sucker, Jason.
I don't know where I'm going now.
Science.
I've lost all control of the short bus today.
No one's driving the short bus. Ah!
And off the
Yes.
and off the cliff we go. So during this last episode, our intrepid crew, the Fabulous Four over here, or Fantastic Four, or Fantabulous, whichever, went ahead and they found a group of giants, which immediately Fleck got super excited about, much to the much less excitement of Palisier. Rose was very happy about it, though. She's like, "Oh, people!" And then she stepped on a mouse, which is why this noise is occurring.
Off squeaking right now.
It happens.
Allergies.
Woohoo!
Or COVID, whatever.
It's probably the COVID.
The COVID.
Game over, man.
It's got to be the COVID. Sorry. So one of our new players is apparently going to die. Her eyes just wait. Hold on.
We need a necklace of cure disease.
Well,
I have powers.
I think it's called like
I have powers.
I have
Can't cast lesser restoration on herself, but it doesn't cure COVID. That's unfortunate.
It's a curse.
There's enough plagues. I was kind of disappointed we had to end up going plague route because I was like, the people have experienced enough plagues. We don't need more.
Insensitive. Just too soon, Jason.
I know. I'm a terrible person.
Flashbacks to now.
All the giants got COVID, and then we tried to...
All the giants were spread COVID by a magical warlock. Maybe that's how COVID's spreading. It's just a magical warlock. It's just fucking people over horribly right now.
Tree creature spreading COVID through pumpkins.
I'll never look at pumpkin pie the same way, Eric. And neither should you, especially you, because you were bit by it, so...
COVID pie.
Pumpkin pie is the devil. Sorry, I don't like pumpkin pie.
Yeah, I think we got that.
I mean, fair enough. You're wrong, but fair enough. So...
No, apple pie trumps all.
Apple pie is the best pie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm partial to pecan pie, but that's me.
Pecan pie is decent, but apple pie is
I
just
think
the
it'd be
bestest.
so gritty.
Because it's full of nuts, just like you.
Okay.
Everybody just pauses. Hold up.
What?
So they get to the giants, and speaking of giants, Fleck went ahead and tried to introduce himself. Swiftly got very bored, but luckily Rose stepped in and said, "Hey, y'all need any help? Can we be of assistance?
Y'all got any COVIDs?"
and sniffed out a magical disease that was infecting the giants. And after doing some very, very quick sleuthing, they discovered there was a pumpkin patch that was steadily infecting people. Starting to investigate, Palisier was bit by said pumpkin patch, or entangled.
Wait. So is it my fault you got bit? Because I was like, hey. I said it all in motion. Yeah, fuck you, Palisier.
Palisier's done nothing to you. All he does is love, and all you do is...
He refuses my hugs.
lets it happen, mostly because you're way stronger than he is.
This is the most passive-aggressive love between two characters I think I've ever seen in D&D.
How dare you refuse my hugs? I will set in motion a course of events where you will get attacked by a diseased pumpkin.
Yeah, fuck you.
It's all part of the plan.
How did you guys do this plan? I was the one who came up with the plan.
Or were you?
Oh.
I don't know anymore. It's a weird timeline we're in right now.
We have a girl in the party now. Everyone's being manipulated.
Oh, God. So they chased said pumpkin creature that decided to dip set after biting Palisier and actually flipped him off. It was pretty hysterical to watch.
I did light it on fire, so that was warranted.
It's probably why it, ran away and was very angry.
Grumpy pumpkin.
Yes. Chasing it through the woods, they eventually came upon two figures which were the cause of this pumpkin, which ended up being two wonderful individuals from Palisier's past.
There are no wonderful individuals in Palisier's past. There are 0 wonderful individuals.
A elf who was his previous instructor, and then an orc who is actually the chief librarian of the little Asmodeus cult that Palisier is a part of. After attempting to attack them, Fleck was frozen solid by Hold Person. Null disappeared out of existence for a little bit, and Palisier realized that he has no choice but to just kind of go with the flow.
We really need to name that episode Null Goes to Hell.
Null's glory.
Stood back and watched.
I didn't get my permission slip signed for this! Too bad. You're going on the field trip.
And like that, the party have to rescue Null from hell.
Can't this be a normal D&D encounter? With the frizz? No way! Aww.
The magic school bus of D&D encounters. Oh boy.
Yes.
Well, they managed to communicate with these figures who were like, yeah, Palisier, you're going to continue to be our bitch or we're going to kill you and your friends. Palisier went along with it.
Fair, yeah.
And
I don't want to get ultra murdered.
Right before they left, thankfully, for the giants, the party managed to tell them, hey, can you let these people go? They didn't let my people go.
Yeah.
Moses to them?
Yes, they Moses the giants away from the disease, wandered back, and in the course of Rose, in her very happy stupor that she normally is in, went to see if that actually happened.
But not before I hit Palisier with my mace.
Oh, yes. Palisier was very pissed off, started blowing trees up, blew one up that was near Rose. Rose clocked him in the head with a mace.
Rose is a very violent cleric.
She really, really is, which is funny considering her goddess is kind of like a very peaceful, intelligent, wandering all over the place person.
She's like the Westboro Baptist Church member of Christianity.
Whoa! Oh.
You're throwing maces at people.
Yeah, that's different than,
Is it?
You warlocks are the cause of them killing them giantses.
Dude.
That's the first time I've heard you compare her to a Westboro Baptist person.
No, I'm surprised we didn't get to town and see everybody was infected, and she's like, it's probably because of the gays. Ah!
Palisier, I think the way you're going to die is Rose is just going to kill you out of just spite, is what's going to happen.
That is likely. Both our player characters and probably the players. Like, I'll probably just end up getting killed by Danny.
Oh boy.
That is likely.
Yeah. some
This is legitimate evidence if I get murdered.
If you disappear, I do have this recorded, so
It's like Eric says it was her.
That's okay. After he's gone, I come after you next.
good luck finding me.
That's fair.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
I have no sense of direction.
Good luck finding him, and also you still have kids to take care of. You're going to be too busy to hunt down and murder Jason.
It's true. It's so very true.
Complications.
Danny's like, I gotta weed the garden, but murder.
Responsibilities, meh.
You like to weed the garden?
Yes. So what do you think your reaction, because Rose's character was there the entire time that Palliser was dealing with these two delightful gentlemen.
Oh yeah, these wonderful people.
You didn't get banished, so you actually heard the part where it's
Yeah.
like, hey, find us some more 100 souls. 3 days.
Well, I
It's
definitely.
like, Palliser's a servant of Asmodeus. We're going to get along great.
Yeah, no, she's smart enough to stay back and observe, because was obviously way outmatched. Like, there was no way that any of us could have taken those two on.
Yeah, Palliser doesn't like being pushed around, so if Palliser's not picking the fight, no one should pick the fight.
Yeah.
Palliser picks fights with people he shouldn't anyway. If he's not picking this fight,
Well, one of them
Good
got
God.
banished to Hells, all of them.
yeah, he was in the bad place. And he wasn't a fan of that. But how do you think Rose is eventually going to go about? Because she can't just not bring it up. I mean, she could, in theory, but it seems weird that she wouldn't bring it up.
No, she definitely will.
It's going to be heavily influencing the direction that the party's going, probably.
Palliser's just gonna wake up, chained to the bed, and Rose over top of him, like, we need to talk.
This got really kinky all of a
I like where
sudden.
this is going, but maybe not, because you're a cleric.
Asmodeus is in the corner with popcorn, just going shh. Pulls a video camera out of nowhere.
Pleasure.
Yeah. Palliser's like, I don't think I like where this is going. Just because I know your alignment.
Pulls out the mace.
So hard, you turn good.
Pulls the mace out. I know I'm not gonna like this now.
I'm in the room chained up, and Asmodeus and a cleric are in here. This is not good. No way this ends well.
Nothing about this is going to go in a pleasant direction.
The only worst situation is if I was chained up and Nal and his puppet were in the room. Then I'm just like, no.
Yeah. Wait, what about the spider things you guys were telling me about?
I've dealt with them enough to the point where I'm very uncomfortable with them, but I get it.
They're just little buddies.
They're not little.
No,
like
they're
4
very.
feet long.
Yeah, and, you know, Era, our dog, she's a little buddy.
Yeah, so imagine like a Jaeger, bigger than Jaeger, actually.
Yeah, Era's gonna get way bigger.
No, but I'm saying a mechanical spider that's larger than our old dog.
Well, it's not a real spider, so it's
But
not
it is
creepy.
like a tickety.
Yeah, that's made of metal.
Well, the one I dealt with ripped its face apart to show Asmodeus's face.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not cool.
It grabbed me and was, hey, buddy! And I was like, this is weird.
That is not your reaction, Eric. You're like, ah!
Yeah. Am I dreaming? My dreams aren't good.
I kind of pictured Palliser as more. What's the word?
Suave?
Yeah,
He normally is.
he tries to be. I haven't seen any of it.
Yeah,
No.
well, let's be real. You try to.
Kind of extraneous circumstances here. Like, I'm getting constantly molested by a god. Or gods.
God.
Because blue guy kind of counts. We have the
He
big woman.
never molested you.
I have his mark on me still.
Okay. He didn't
where I
touch
was-
you inappropriately to give
Well,
it
you
to
guys
you.
have a god STD.
Yes, we have a god STD
They do.
from
I did that.
Dr. Manhattan and his big blue dong.
I'm still scarred from that.
But no, Palliser's a bit out of his element. He's used to dealing with, foes, people. And he's only suave when he needs to be. Like, he He doesn't think he can get anything out of you guys. You don't have anything that he values.
Really, Eric, you're suave when you need to be. I remember quite a few roles where your suaveness did not go well.
Suavitude, okay?
Yeah.
I think he thinks he's better than he actually is.
That's what it kind of feels like.
That is absolutely accurate, but he has been able to use his manipulation to do pretty well for himself over the years. He's just used to dealing with, number one, higher class people than you guys. He's used to dealing with like aristocrats and snooty people. He can suck up to them very well.
He's calling you serfs.
Mm-hmm. You guys are definitely below him, which is why he's not as nice to you.
I'm smarter than you.
Yes. Thus far, you've definitely shown it.
I mean, she didn't come charging balls first into a fight that she wasn't going to win.
That's true. You did not. Oh, my leg's falling asleep. Ow. Ugh. Ugh.
Well, continuing on to Danny's character, you do make it back, by the way, and making it back and, finding out all the giants are fine, you also get to meet your goddess. How was that, buddy?
That's fun.
Don't you put that on there. It's sticky.
I'm sorry. Got in trouble.
What are you, 5?
Yes.
Candace.
Yeah. No, that was cool. I was like kind of observing everyone else meeting their gods, but I didn't think it would happen so quickly with me just joining.
Yeah. Well, once you meet Dr. Manhattan, every god is just like, whoa, what's going on over there? Because it's Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Dr. Manhattan. What are you referring to?
The Watchmen?
I know, but you're referring to something that actually happened to you, right? In the game?
Yeah,
Cadmus.
yeah, the blue guy that you met, who's a god who...
I met a blue guy?
Yeah, she met the blue guy, right? I'm not crazy.
He was freaked out because she could see him, which is not normal.
I thought he was a ghost.
I thought he was a ghost.
Smart.
Well, the way he described, I thought he was a ghost.
So you met a ship's AI that looked ghostly, and then you met a deity that looked ghostly.
Vice versa, but...
Oh, she met the deity first? I thought she met the AI.
Yeah, he floated up through the ship when she first got on the ship. And went to go talk to you guys, and then she's like, oh, who's he? And he freaked out. He's like, she's not supposed to see me.
Yeah, why can't I see him?
Because you are touched by fate.
I am the chosen one.
Prepare to have dealings with gods.
Yeah, I
At
think
least yours is nice.
I think Rose will deal with that pretty well.
I'll be interested to see if, because of the way our dynamic in the party works and how closely the gods are kind of monitoring us, I would be very interested to see some of the characters meet the deities from some of the other characters. Because that would be bananas.
Will that potentially happen? I don't know.
I'm just picturing Danny's character Rose just like... She's just like making macaroni pictures because that's how her character functions, and she's just in her room, just like la da da, rainbows and sunshine. And Asmodeus just shows up in a suit, just like, "What's up, bitch?" She's like, "What?" He's like, "Welcome to the jungle."
Yeah, I don't know.
We got fun and
I
games.
have no idea how she would react.
Welcome to the rice fields.
Well, Asmodeus is staggeringly brilliant. He is very, very smart, and he's not going to show himself to you unless there's a good reason for him to do so. It would be for some sort of gain on his end.
Yeah, and so far he's had no reason to interact with anyone but Eric so far.
It would just be screwing with you, which is not Asmodeus' style.
No, he likes doing that with you because you belong to him.
Yeah, kinda.
He's like, my property. Nobody breaks my toys but me.
And break his toys he does.
Oh yes, in astounding, horrifying ways.
Good lord. No, I'll be very interested to see, because if anyone tries to interact with Palliser other than Asmodeus, I wonder how Asmodeus is going to react to that. Just, hey, what are you doing?
I would say he's probably not going to be too happy about it.
Yeah, the other deities I would assume would interact with each other kind of fine. They wouldn't care. But yeah, Asmodeus is kind of a special case. He's an extreme. He's a polar end.
Well, I mean, so far he's the only one that's like a true evil out of the other ones. The other ones are more of like Null's. Severa she's very peaceable. She's just believes everything needs to be on equal boundaries because she's a goddess of law. Salune is just, a wanderer and loves wisdom and knowledge. And then we haven't seen what Aaron's thing is. So
Presumably some big woman.
it's got to be a big woman. I got to make it a big woman.
Yeah. Flex all about them
or it's
big
like
women.
Jiminy Cricket, just kind of sits on his shoulder.
It's just like the size of a regular child, but to him it's like it's tiny.
Yeah, I already have in mind what Aaron's is going to be, and it's going to be entertaining to see the reaction from any one of you seeing it. So, and then I've actually also figured out Pat's one when he eventually joins us as well.
Yeah. So that'll be our player that we're getting later, Danny, in case you were unaware.
Yeah.
So we'll have a group of 5, which
he did.
I think 4 and 5 is like the perfect amount of people to have in a party.
Yeah, and he did give me his backstory and everything too, and he's caught up as far as he's actually been watching us, so he can have an idea of what's going on. So he'll be caught up and up to speed with everything going on, and I gotta figure out when he does get back how I'm gonna introduce him to you guys.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what his character is like, because he won't spill any beans.
Honestly, all of you had interesting kind of introductions, because there was you who got, pit-pocketed by Kemp in disguise, and then when that happened, you just kind of roped Null into it, who was like, what's going on? I'm going to go investigate this. And then Fleck was in the midst of getting thrown out of a bar by a small gnome man. Yeah, Fleck and gnomes don't seem to get along together, I've noticed, because I'm thinking about it, most of the bartenders that he has gotten in trouble, they're all gnomes. All of them are gnomes. Because the one that...
There's a connection here.
It's got to be. I was sitting there... I was like,
the height difference is more than 13 feet, then...
They can't see eye to eye.
Aha!
They have a low opinion of him.
Ha! But he thinks highly of himself.
There we go. Oh my god. Hey, on the plus side, Eric, you have not had any battles since Danny has joined where you've been, cheeks to face with Fleck and it lately. Yeah, no, Danny, Eric, as Palasier tends to, since he's a warlock, stays back and launch, but he does it from behind Fleck most of the time. So because he attracts aggro from just launching spells and hitting a little bit more frequently lately than Fleck does, they tend to move towards the caster, at least if it's like intelligent people. And Fleck continues to get between them, and so it ends up where it's Palasier and then Fleck's ass just face.
Hey. I'm like, you mind moving? Never mind.
Well, hey, you got a tank in the
You're gonna
party
get an
now.
Eldritch Enema real quick.
A second tank. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, one that can heal things and doesn't try to punch ghosts. Presumably. We don't know how she would react to ghosts.
I don't think
presumably she wouldn't try to punch them.
At least until you get to the Empire, I don't see you guys having any more ghost encounters unless for whatever reason you somehow find your way into, hey, look, that looks like a haunted area. Let's go check it out.
We are seeking out a haunted area. Cartographer, find us haunted areas. She's like, why?
No, I'm not doing that. As an Asymir, she would probably be like, I don't like dealing with the undead. They're not fun.
That's stupid, and you're stupid.
Get out of my map room.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Rose is trying to steer us towards a rave.
Hey, what's that down there? It's the wizard rave. It happens only once a century. Actually, you gotta imagine, wizards could probably throw a bomb-ass rave. Let's be real here.
Prestidigitation all over the place.
Mass illusion. Suggestion. You all will dance! All right!
Who needs the mushrooms?
It would just be that scene
You are the mushrooms. polymorphing people in the crowd.
The something. What's that Halloween movie where the 3 witches are, and they make people dance forever?
Oh, Hocus Pocus. Hocus Pocus.
Pocus. Yes. I was like, what the hell is the name of that movie? Yeah. They put a spell on everybody and make them dance for
I don't know why, but
7 hours.
The first thing that came to my head was Double Trouble with Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen.
Oh my god, no.
I was like, what? I don't remember that part.
My sisters owned like almost every Mary-Kate and Ashley video on VHS.
Dear God.
Watched them all the time. So I've seen Taking London.
I learned how to spell pizza from the Slumber Party one.
Oh my God.
Taking London was the best one because the 2 male actors that were in the movie with them were actually good and they were funny. One of them was really funny. He went by Toast.
Toast?
Yes.
Toast?
And there was this like foreign chick and she called him Roast. Your name is Roast? Toast.
Oh my God.
He's getting burned all the time. They just rip on him constantly.
Everything about this I hate. Just everything you're talking about I absolutely despise. No, it's good.
We've spiraled into Mary-Kate and Ashley videos on VHS.
Yeah, we've gone, let's see, we started with Titty Dimples. Then we moved into the story a little bit.
Which, for the record, great starting point.
I know. Then we moved into COVID madness.
Like, are they just fat titties then? Where they're not, like, perky?
I don't know.
And they're just fat dimples?
As long as titties are present, I feel
like
it's generally a good day.
I mean, you could just Google that and just be done with it and stop
wondering.
Would
it be like cellulite titties?
Hey, what was
that? Is that even a thing?
What was that
How
thing
fat would you have to be?
The other day where you were like, hey, do you know what this is? And we were like, no. And we asked you and you were like, I'm not telling you. You have to look it up.
Oh, what was it?
I have no idea.
It was bukkake.
They don't know what it is.
They don't know what it is, and it was hilarious. It was some joke. I was like, oh yeah, that's like that. And both Danny and Morgan just turned to me and was like, what's that? And I was like, I am the person that is going to describe that to you. Just look it up.
Yeah, no, if he's not willing to tell me, I am not looking it up.
Look it up. They wouldn't be able to spell it anyway because they suck at spelling and it's Japanese. Japanese is very phonetic. You just have to sound it out.
Not hard.
No, it's not. You should look it up.
No.
You're not going to give up on this, are you?
I'm just going to wake up to him holding the phone.
Look at it! Look at it!
And then I'm going to be waiting for the stream on Friday, and then she's going to be on the couch just looking, be like, do you know what he showed me? Do you know what, all of you, do you know what he showed me?
Everyone's
and you're just like, yes, we know.
We're
going to tell our whole channel. This channel's theme is changing from D&D.
See, this is why every time I post these videos on YouTube, the first thing I adjust out of everything, not the title, not the tags, no, the first thing I adjust is, this is not meant for kids, click. Every time, it is the first adjustment.
Hey, kids, it's spelled B.
No. We're not doing this. It was funny to.
I told you didn't know how to spell. Oh God.
It was funny when I had to, tell my wife what it was. By which I was like, "Here's a picture," and she's like, "Oh God!" I was like, "Yes, enjoy."
Hey, I just want to get away from this because I really don't want to know. It's like in high school when people sent the 2 girls 1 cup video to everybody.
Yeah, no.
I still have avoided that, thankfully, over the years. I'm great at it, like completely.
Good call. No, that was
over all the years.
When we were on the Florida trip, James decided to pull it up and watch it.
He had never seen it?
You were busy, and he tried to show it to me. I got probably 4 seconds in and was just like, nope, and then I left. And James watched the whole thing.
Oh my God.
For eating the ice cream.
Yeah, hard pass. Did you watch it?
I was in shock.
I saw spreading ass cheeks and I was like, nope, and then I walked away. I was done. I didn't need to see.
Now that we've gone down the realm of 2 Girls, 1 Cup, I think it is time for us to end the stream at this point.
I don't want to end it on that. That's awful.
Well, then do say something else. I've been sitting there like, is this really the conversation that's going on in our stream right now?
What it was like living with us. Like,
oh, God. No, so we'll end it on this. Palisier is very happy that
he was
kind
gifted
of made
something
friends with Asmodeus.
Oh,
And,
why'd you say that? Why'd you say that to the DM?
Well, no, it's just...
No, it's too late. You can't back out of it now.
it's probably... It's an abusive relationship, and you're just trying to survive.
It's true.
It's all right, honey.
My significant other wraps me in barbed wire, picks me up off the ground, hides in a giant metal spider.
Why do you make me do that?
Why do you make me hit you? I'm like,
I do this because I love you. Why?
I feel like you're lying. But he gave me a ring.
He did. He put a ring on it, and now he really does own you.
I'm a single warlock. I'm a single warlock.
Oh my god.
If you like it, then you should put a ring on it.
Man, I can't wait for you to figure out what that disc does, too. That's going to be wonderful.
Me too. So that is one other thing I definitely need to remember, because that is going to be pressing. Palisier is very curious. So they were like, oh yeah, it's a puzzle and it might help you. And I'm like,
throw it at something.
now I have to know. I'm going to throw it at Rose is what I'm going to do. Pokeball, go!
Rose becomes a giant abomination that starts trying to kill you.
I'm like, neat! Run away!
Oh, hey, Cthulhu!
Look, true polymorph spell.
Would help. None of this is helpful.
I mean, it's not wrong. It's very true. So the question is, will it actually be helpful? And will the ring actually be helpful? And the third question is Rose going to be helpful with her new ability?
Truth.
Yeah, like knowing when to use it. It's just timing.
It's a lot of power, but you have to remember you only get the recharges once a week, and you could end up with 1 charge, 2, or 3. So if you happen to roll like a 1 or 2, you're only getting that 1 charge. So you have for another week only 1 question.
My advice would be abuse the shit out of it. Don't be afraid to use it, because then you'll never use it.
Yeah.
I would say use it as much as you can.
I wouldn't say
figure out a good reason.
I wouldn't say abuse it, but definitely, like, if you know you're coming up towards the end of the week, definitely use up what's left of the charges, just because it's not like you can just, every time you get a charge, it just pools up. No, it stops at 3. Like, you can't get more than 3 charges of this.
What's the best place to get a sandwich in Neverwinter? And she's like, really? I'm running... the turnover day's tomorrow, and I have 3 charges.
Her face appears in the amulet, goes, that's a subjective question. There's a lot of sandwich places, and then fades away.
All right. Next charge. What is your favorite sandwich shop in Neverwinter?
I don't eat.
If you could eat, what sandwich shop would you go to in Neverwinter?
This question doesn't concern the goddess of knowledge.
All right, there's my charges. I'm like, we still don't know where we're eating. Your goddess is a woman.
Head pops forward. Shawarma.
Yeah.
Eat the shawarma.
Dude, we had some shawarma in Texas.
Did we?
Yeah.
I vaguely remember eating it. I don't remember like being a huge fan.
Shawarma's not a memorable sandwich. It's just not.
I don't know. I like it.
It's like falafel. It's just kind of like, it's a food, probably.
I like the texture.
Of falafel or shawarma?
Both?
Maybe.
I was like, she's
way off the
pausing
deep
for a
end now.
while. Oh no, we've been off the deep end. We
I
stayed
was like,
on.
let's end it on a note where we're actually talking about the game. It's like, what is the difference between shawarma and falafel?
On that note, are there any other further notes we want to add before I sign this thing off?
Double rainbow all the way across the sky. Double rainbow.
Oh my god.
Okay then.
On that strange
I'm highly disappointed, and you've been watching the Dungeoneers of Depravity.
Sorry, you've been watching the Dungeoneers of Depravity.
That's what it feels like sometimes. That's what it feels like.
Foot cramp.
Good. You deserve that.
I did nothing.
Palacier's reaching out to you, and you're experiencing his pain.
I have a feeling this is kind of how D&D's gonna go. A lot of randomness.
Not so much. I'm
Jason
much.
will try and keep us on track.
Yeah.
I'm much better at keeping my players on track during gameplay than I am during like these recap episodes, because we don't actually have a trail to follow. Where I'm follow the candy, guys. Oh God, they're going off. No, not the knife, not the drawer full of knives. Stop it.
No, don't bite the knife. It is very obviously a knife. My perception score is 0.
I rolled a 1. I stabbed myself in the leg. No, you don't. What is wrong with you?
My wisdom modifier is -4.
Anyways, everyone have a good day. And yeah, we'll be back on Friday. Bye.
Later, hoes.